What's up, guys? If you are watching this video, it's likely that you are on this page and wanted a little bit more information. So let's get into it. We talk about forgetting the charts here because typically whenever someone's buying Bitcoin, they buy it when the price is shooting up. Best time, of course, is when the price is going down. But there is no better time to have Bitcoin and use this wallet than the present, right? Because this wallet is going to generate yield for you regardless of what the charts are. It doesn't use your money for trading. It uses your money just for your use, for the wallets, right? And it uses transaction fees to pay out. I'm not going to call it dividends, but you get that yield back from making deposits into your wallet. Okay. We talk about spreading the word because each and every person that uses this system, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to walk away with extra Bitcoin in their wallet. And as this happens, of course, you're going to share this information with your loved ones, your family, your friends, and just to let everyone know. Now, I don't necessarily want to have a big rush instantly because I can already envision this going through its growing pains. We don't want this to be something like millions and millions of people jump in it in an instant. We want that grassroots, slow growth for a project like this to give us time to continue to build on it, secure the infrastructure, or continue to build on our infrastructure to make sure we're able to support everything. But nonetheless, do your part and spread the word. Once you get in, see how the system kicks out returns for you, feel free to share it with others. And also, if you want to send some Bitcoin to someone, a family member, a loved one, it's always best to use a system like this because you can send the transfers instantly and without incurring such a large cost in transaction fees. All right. This wallet also has what I call fallback support. So this is a mechanism that allows you to recoup your Bitcoin if anything was to happen to me, the site, the system, government shuts it down, or whatever the case is. So at this point, I want to kind of get into some examples on exactly what I mean by this, right? So here's a new account that I just created. Okay, you have zero Bitcoin in there, zero credits, nothing's going on. And if you come to the settings, and right here we have a Bitcoin recovery address. Okay, this is where you want to enter in a Bitcoin address that you actually own, have access to, that's outside of these wallets, something that you actually have the private keys to and everything, right? And when you enter your Bitcoin address in here, it is going to use that as a backup. And all of this information is being sent to the nodes that are processing the Bitcoin transactions on the network. And once those nodes have this information, if anything goes on with the front end systems, it is automatically going to trigger a transaction to send all of your Bitcoin to whatever Bitcoin recovery address we have. Okay, so just to give you an example, let me see if I can pull up a Bitcoin address, a valid Bitcoin address somewhere. I gotta find a Bitcoin address. Example Bitcoin address. Let me see. Here's a Bitcoin address. Okay. So I put this in and I say update Bitcoin address. All right. It's at this point right now. If my wallet ever crashes, anything goes on with the system, it gets shut down, I'm no longer able to support it or build on it, the system will kick in and send a recovery address. Also, once you enter in a recovery address, which every one of you guys should do when applying for a wallet. You also want to look at this because this is going to be an additional feature to say, hey, we'll back it up if anything goes wrong with our system. But what if something goes wrong on your end, right? What if you unfortunately were to pass away or not be able to access your funds anymore? Would you want those funds to go to a family member, a loved one, or someone else? In such a case, you would want them to have access to this recovery address, and you would want to set your dormant wallet settings. What this is a feature that allows the system to monitor the activity on your account. So if you were to fail to log in within a certain amount of time, let's say 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, 6 year, even as little as 1 month, if you do not log in within the designated time you specify here, then again, the system would essentially cancel out any marketplace orders that you have, and whatever the balance on your wallet is, it would transfer those Bitcoins to your Bitcoin recovery address. Okay. This is not a feature you're going to see on too many other wallets, on any exchanges or anything like that. Nevertheless, one of the things I wanted to ensure with this wallet is that everyone that uses it always has access to their Bitcoin. And if something happens to you, your loved ones should be able to recover it. If something happens to the system, the site itself, there should still be things and measures in place to make sure you get your Bitcoin. Okay? So, with that said, let's jump back to this. So that is that fallback support we're talking about here. Okay? Now, by optimized transfers, it means that the system will determine how to send your Bitcoin payment. So whether you are using a wallet from these yield generating wallets or a wallet from anywhere else, as long as you have a Bitcoin address or a QR code to scan in or whatever the case is, you can send that payment very easily. Okay. But this system will detect the Bitcoin address that you provide to it. And based on that, it will either send that transaction on chain or off chain. If it's off chain, you're going to save in transaction fees, and the transaction will go through instantly. So let's use a quick example here. So in this particular wallet here that I just created, let's say we want to receive some Bitcoin into this address. Okay. So once you sign up and register for a wallet, it always starts you off with one address, and you can create as many additional addresses as you need. But we're going to go ahead and copy this address, and from another account that we have, I am going to send some Bitcoin. And let me just pop this open and make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to paste in that address we just submitted. Now note, once I pasted this in, the system detected that this is an address that belongs to someone else in the network, and therefore that transaction fee just lowered to the base wallet fee to send transactions. So at this point, you can send transactions and it will pretty much go through instantly. Okay, I click here, send that payment. It's saying it's gone there. This wallet should have received it, whereas it once had 0, it now has 0.001 Bitcoin. Okay, that was just sent from this wallet. So that's how these optimized transfers work. If you send it and it has to be on chain, it's going to take the Bitcoin node however long it takes, however long the miners take to get to that block. But in this way, it will optimize your transfers if you allow it to go through to someone else within the network. All right, we're talking about a quick and simple sign up. All right, let's look at this real quick and get you guys to understand just how quick and simple it is. All right, when you come in, these fields are going to be disabled because one of the key things is you need to be aware of the minimum deposit that's required. So be sure to click this button. It's going to ask you to confirm or that you understand that this is the minimum deposit required. If you click OK and then put in your email address, whatever, get started, and bam. It's going to ask you for a registration code that it emails to you. Put that in, and that's pretty much all it is to it in regards to registering for a wallet. Okay. Now, when it comes down to having secure wallet access, this is actually the first thing you'll want to do once you set up your account. And it's very simple and easy to do. A lot of you guys are already familiar with Google Authenticator or Authy. Well, we're going to use that as well to secure your wallet. So when you come to settings, go down to 2FA authentication, just scan in this code with your 2FA app, and it's going to start presenting some numbers on your phone. Just put those numbers in here to confirm. If you are doing this from your desktop or a device that does not have a camera, you can just click here to copy a code. Okay, it's going to copy that code in your memory. So at this point, by me clicking on this, it's already copied it, and you can just go into your app, paste that code in there, and it'll start generating codes so that you can confirm that two-factor authentication from your non-camera having device. All right, guys, I think that's all I got for you in this one. Got any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and we'll holler on the next one. Peace out.